I am in Washington on Capitol Hill. We're celebrating the beginning of my 4th term, and it's so nice to be with you. I hope that everybody is good, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you so much. God bless. Thank you for your support.
Good afternoon to everyone. My name is Shri Gurusamy, and it's a pleasure to welcome you all today to our GSA India at 75 Expo sequel at Washington, D.C. I'm the CEO and also the Secretary General of the American Multi-Ethnic Coalition. I'm a longtime resident of Chicago. I am a community activist and was recently appointed by the Illinois Governor Pritzker to serve on the Asian American Employment Advisory Council. And I am very excited to be here in DC because I've been involved in political activism for a very long time, and it's such a surreal experience to be in DC, and especially right now, what's going on in the Congress, watching the news and meeting the senators and the congressmen. It has been a fantastic experience. I would also, at this time, like to invite Ms. Neeti Devan, who will give us the prelude. She is a renowned author, speaker, and entrepreneur, and also recently received the GSA Pride of India Award in 2022 in Chicago, Illinois. Please welcome Neeti Devan.
Thank you. Hi everyone, how are you feeling? So I was squinting my eyes and I told the guy, hey, can you read me a couple of those sandwiches up there so I can make a choice? I ordered, and as soon as my order came, the guy came running across and grabbed my arm and walked me to a table. He thought I was blind. I thanked him, and but that just goes to show you the type of people Chick-fil-A employs. It's a great company. Anyway, so thank you, Dr. VJP, Mr. Pant, and Vasavi. You guys have done an amazing job at GSA. Yes? By number one, inviting companies from India to start making investments in the US. Secondly, you've brought the Indian diaspora together. And thirdly, which is not easy to do, is have a platform for both business, culture, health, and wealth all rolled in together. Like, that's a great feat, isn't it? Yes? Yes. All right. So, I wanted to kick off today by talking about our new year. And, we all make these big, massive goals usually at the beginning of the year. But what I'm going to ask you to do is drop every single goal. Instead of focusing on goals and what you want to accomplish in life, I would ask you to figure out how to raise your energy. That's it. If you can raise your energy in life, and everything in life is about energy, the minute you raise your energy, that's when everything starts to fall into place. Because half of those goals that you want to accomplish in life, the things that you want to do for others, and the charity that you want to do, it begins right here. The minute it clicks here, and it has happened between your ears, very soon it manifests in reality. So, are we all ready to do less? Yes. And are we ready to think more? Yes. Yes, all right. So, in life there are two types of people. There are the people who love to watch others achieve marvelous things. And then there are the ones who actually achieve those marvelous things. My question to you today is, which one are you? The ones who are watching others, or the ones who are actually doing? There you go. Yes. So, again, going back to the fact that life is all about energy, I want you guys all to, number one, lift up your hands. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Everybody, Lift up your hand, both hands, both hands. I can't do because I've got a mic in my hand. Both hands. I want you to clap 5 times. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. And up. Push up your hand. Again. 1, 2, 3, go. Now, anytime you feel that you're losing energy in life, whether it's around a business meeting, whether it's around dealing with your kids or spouse or colleagues or in your community, all you need to do is don't act crazy and in a meeting all of a sudden stand up and start clapping your hands and going, yes! No. You've learned one thing today, which is it's not about what you do physically. What are you going to do? Mentally, you're going to sit down and go, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, go! And the minute you do that mentally, you have sort of anchored that emotion and it's going to come immediately. It's going to come to the surface and you're going to have that energy. So that's all I want to say. And in closing, I'll share one quick thing about life. You know, life is not a straight road, right? Certain times life is wonderful and certain times life is not. We all face those bumps in the road, challenges that happen in life. The question is, what do we do with those challenges? I remember years back when my husband and I were very, very young. We were very aggressive in business. We did fabulously well. But there was also a time when we lost everything. And I mean everything in business. It was gone. We took the time to rebuild our businesses and our wealth. But you know what was so different? Is once you go through a bump like that in your life, you realize something very important. It's your definition of wealth. When we started rebuilding our life again, we knew that our definition of wealth had nothing to do with making money. It had nothing to do with building our businesses. It was a much bigger why. What we wanted to do for our family, our community, and the larger humanity. And once we put that goal out there, things started falling into place. And our definition of success changed into not just money. It was about family, health, wealth, community, our sanity, our mental health, and all of those things. And out of that massive adversity that we faced at a young age, I took those principles and I wrote it into a book, The 12 Power Principles to Live Your Life By, and that became a bestseller book called From Executive to Yogi in 60 Seconds. So the question is, all of you, I know that if I ask you to think about a time when you've gone through adversity in life, some sort of a bump, whether it's in business, health, doesn't matter. We all face certain challenges. The question is, are you going to sit down and hunch down over it, or are you going to push your shoulders back, walk into a room, pick up that attitude, gain that energy? Remember, how do we gain that energy? Come on. 1, 2, 3. Clap, clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You gain that energy, and then you take your adversity and you change it around into some of your biggest successes in life. Are we ready to do that? Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Ms. Neeti, for sharing those beautiful thoughts, especially during the new year. It's now my pleasure to welcome Dr. Genovia Sowell, who will give us the opening prayer. Dr. Sowell is a dentist by profession in Chicago. She treats the top celebrities in Chicago. She's also the governor of the American Multi-Ethnic Coalition, and I'm honored to invite her here today for the opening prayer.
Shall we pray? First of all, I'd just like to say it's so wonderful to be amongst all of you, to have experienced the 75 Expo. Just wonderful, just being together with everyone and seeing the love that was shared. And so with that, let's pray. Dear God, we thank you for allowing us to all come together in unity and in love. And we just ask you to be with us. We thank you for Dr. VGP, who has a vision to join people together on one accord. And for all those, Father, who have worked so hard through the Expo, and then now for this occasion. We just ask you to be with us throughout the session, this event. Take us safely to our destinations when we leave this place. But during the time that we're here together, let us experience your love and the love of one another. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Sowell. Now I invite Dr. Vasavi Chakka to give us the welcome address. Dr. Vasavi Chakka is a fierce leader. She's the first Asian American Lincoln Fellow. She served on the Naperville Sika Commission and also the Sister City Commission. She also ran for office for the Naperville School Board and the Will County Board. She's the co-founder and the executive vice president of GSA India Expo. Please welcome Vasavi Chakka.
Thank you. Oh wow, I'm really speechless for a change. Neeti was talking about how to gain your energy, but you know, when I have a much more simpler way of energize, just close your eyes and visualize Dr. VGP. So all your adrenaline will just jump in, and then you are just, you know.
That's a good one.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Good afternoon and greetings. We are here in the greatest capital city of United States of America, and I feel so proud and honored to be speaking with you, some greatest and finest people who have fated with Pride of India Awards and Golden Globe Awards, and I'm really very privileged to address you all today, and congratulations to be part of this great celebration. So I came to this country long time ago, like many of you, and this is the very significant moment in my life because we have new congressional session starting, like 118, with 534 already senior congressmen and newly elected congressmen, and we are witnessing how democracy prevails in this great country. And then we are celebrating two greatest democracies on the earth. Like, if you see, this is celebration of USA-India relations. It's not just the countries we are celebrating the principles of democracy. So that's what which made us come here and be successful everywhere, wherever we go. Before I go further, I would like to share how Global Eye GSA India at 75 Expo came into vision. Our greatest visionary, Dr. VGP. I'm so glad I have been in this journey from the day one. And this event became very successful, not just because of one person, but people who believed in his vision and joined in that energy, joined hands and minds. And so when there is a visionary, like for example, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, you may not imagine what visions this great mind has, they have in their mind for their country and for their people. We may not understand that. Once their vision started executing, and we see today the India being a global leader, and then prevailing everywhere there, the people like you who got Pride of India awards, and you will be going beyond this success and like shining stars and keeping the glory of India all over the world and making our place permanent on the global map. So for that, we need visionaries like Dr. VGP. And he doesn't sleep. His mind never rests. And when he says something, people are inspired. They don't shy away, and they want to be part of that journey. And we have these young people here. They are, Neil, you can be the witness of that. And this started, but now it started like an event, but it became a GSA family now. Yeah. And GSA family now. And we had a lot of challenges, but the vision and inspiration we got from Modi ji's message to India and the world, we just steadfastly, going forward with leadership of Dr. VGP, and we got here and we are celebrating the sequel for that successful event, which we successfully executed in Chicago, the land of Lincoln. And this didn't happen. This event didn't happen by choice. There are 3 honorable congressmen attended our event, and then they see the epic success of the idea and the impact. The impact is the one which is so important. If you do not have that impact, then you can have 100 speakers and a very successful event, but without impact there is nothing you can call success. But this is successful because it's the most impactful event of 2022, and it's going forward in 2023 and beyond. So I believe in our leader VGP's vision, and you are all here because you believed in that vision and you want to be the part of GSA family, and you already are. And I thank many people who made this event very successful. But if I do not thank 2 very important people here who worked day and night along with Dr. VGP. One is our CEO, Sri Guru Swami, and the other one is Sita Bala. They both were there from the beginning, day and night, and with their day jobs and accommodating everything what required by Dr. VGP and others. And they shined like diamonds, working, and we are just celebrating that this success here because both of them, and their ability to manage under stress. So I really thank you both of my sisters, and thank you for contributing to this success. And it wouldn't be complete this. I would like to thank my grandfather, who was the part of this independence movement. So this 75 years of independence is very significant in my life. And my father and my mother, who instilled universal values to come together and celebrate the Vasudaika Kutumbakam, means like a whole universe is one family. And so with that said, we are going forward with Dr. VGP's vision of great universe, global power of oneness. That is going to be the new initiative. So that will take us to in the future, and bringing everyone together to celebrate that oneness. And I know we are all waiting for many of you to speak here and hear your message. And warm-heartedly, I welcome you all to be part of this celebration. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vasviji. I'm now delighted to welcome Dr. Ajit Pant, who's the GSA Expo 2022 chairman. Dr. Ajit Pant is an engineering graduate He has had an illustrious career with the government of India. He has served in Moscow and was conferred an honorary doctorate. Dr. Ajit Pant is also the president of the Midwest US-India Chamber of Commerce. He is also the co-founder and the president-elect of the Association of Indian Engineers. He serves on the Roselle Sister City Board, a life member of Uttarakhand Samaj of North America. Please welcome Dr. Ajit Pant.
Thank you, Shri. Thank you everybody for being here this afternoon. Today, you guys are creating history. And actually, history is being written today twice. One in the House of Congress. For the first time in over a century, they are getting repeat votes and the speaker has not been confirmed in spite of 3 voting ballots. The other is that we are culminating this great India Expo here in Washington, D.C. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the participants, and there are so many of them, all the sponsors, there are many of them, all the speakers that spoke at the conference, all the curators that organized the speaking assignments. I want to thank all the advertisers, all the exhibitors, and also I want to thank the media. You know, the media is here, you know all of them. So I want to thank everybody who participated and made this event such a huge success. I will not take names, but you know who you are, and I sincerely thank you for your support to the GSA India Expo. As people have mentioned, this has been a unique event, not only in the US but across the world, that a private enterprise has got together to showcase India in the best possible light and to celebrate 75 years of India's independence. You know, this is a unique effort, and I want you to know that this success is owed to all of you. So with that, I want to congratulate all the awardees to this of this event, the Pride of India Awards and all the other awards. And thank you for being here again. A lot has been said about the Expo. As you know, we showcased India in the best possible light. It's showing the advances made by India in different sectors, in the healthcare, in the IT, in the manufacturing, in the cinema, in healthcare, so many sectors. And it has been a huge success. So thank you again. All the best. Have a nice day and enjoy yourself.
Thank you, Ajit ji. As you all know, during the India Expo, we had a lot of workshops in different sectors, and we had wonderful curators who put all of that together. And today we are fortunate to have 2 of those curators. Please welcome Dr. Sharda Sonti, who was the education sector curator, followed by Mr. Ravi Karkara from New York, who's the global sustainability champion. Please welcome Dr. Sharda Sonti to share with us about the education sector.
Thank you, Sri. Sahana vavatu, sahana bhunaktu, sahaviryam karavavahai, tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's walk together. Let's work together. Let's take ourselves with a common purpose, common goal. All of us. Every good leader knows the significant accomplishments come from team members, their commitment, their attitudes, and working together. And the team leader knows whom to pick, who will commit, who will work. And he will make sure that they will work. And seeing Made in India, made for the world. A beautiful slogan, a beautiful quotation. We are trying to say that between the two, not just democratic countries, there are no more borders, only windows. And we all can open them and give our knowledge through that. And for GSA, it's not a common organization, it's a private sector. But it tried its greatest effort to bring in everybody together and bring in their peace, their knowledge, their commitment and work for a greater purpose. Our chairman said he doesn't want to mention names, but I would love to mention everybody's name in this room. Promise I won't, because my time is 5 minutes here in this paper. So, all year long, inspiration came in fits and spurts for all of us. All year long, I tell you. And progress happens only when team feels and envision the outstanding leadership. And we have phenomenal leaders. Starting from the person, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, started by Pradhani Narendra Modi ji. And he gave his piece of his heart to our gentleman here sitting on this side, Dr. Vijay. And he held it, he filled up his heart with that motto, to create one world, one mission, one goal, one work, and unity. And we all tried our best to do this. And this committee, I have to mention these names because they have worked so hard, bringing over 150 speakers in September and in December as well, and other meetings and sessions also. Ravi Karkara, Dr. and Sita Bala, Dr. Kalai Chalam, Chetan Kale, Shyam Papo, R.V. Reddy, Devjit Das, and Dr. Suresh Reddy. These are all the sector curators, directors. They have worked so hard to bring in all the talks. They have given their small talks, but their messages, which are filled with extremely potent messages. And Dr. Vijay Prabhakar, I cannot but thank you for giving us all this opportunity. He's not here, but I'm sure he's listening somewhere. And he has recognized people for awards, and I congratulate all of them. And this doesn't stop here. And I can just say thank you all and congratulations, but I'm not going to. We all have to move forward. We really need to see that the mission is successful and practiced for our next generations. Well, our speaker's name we will hear pretty soon, but all the younger generation here who are working from Indian origin, they all will bring in a greater tomorrow for all of us. And the sessions we had, workshops we had, the name workshop for some reason doesn't carry enough for me. And all of them, every member who participated, every speaker who spoke is an extraordinary embodiment of success in their own field. And I do really congratulate them. And I truly thank you, every one of you. Dr. Vijay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I invite Mr. Ravi Karkara, who was the curator of the Global Dialogue Center.
Thank you so much, Viji. So maybe before I start, just repeat after me 3 times. I'll say made in India. You'll say? Made in the world. Not with that tone. Everybody should hear it in the hotel, okay? Made in India.
Made for the world.
Made in India.
Made for the world.
Made in India.
Made for the world.
Thank you very much. And I think if we can really resonate, meditate, amplify, and just think of those important words. That has been the slogan something that was created by Honorable Dr. Vijay. Where are you now? He's always working. So I came in contact with Dr. Vijay about 6 years ago when I was doing some work, and they had recognized some work I was doing on gender equality and women's leadership. So I'm very grateful. And since then, I told my wife on 31st we were doing a reflection of 2022. And she said, what was the most interesting thing? I said, meeting the GSA family. So first of all, a lot of gratitude to everyone, and I've said that in the message, that one of the best things that happened to me in 22 was to be an integral. I think I will have to move to Chicago soon. But really want to thank GSA for having such an important vision and commitment on sustainability. You know, they could have done India at 75 without talking about sustainability, but just to relate and making it integral to every dimension of the conference is absolutely unprecedented. The commitment to environment, to every aspect, to the elements, you know, be it water, be it fire, and Mother Nature, of course. So we saw very important speakers who flew in. Just to give you a taste of 3 critical ones that come to my mind, we had the solar man of India. You know, Simarjeet was here with us, who talked about how India's young entrepreneurs, in maybe 20 years ago, maybe 35 years ago, all of us are leaving India, right? Some of us have been away for 2 decades or more. He decided to set up solar entrepreneurship initiative, and nobody really thought of it. And they're launching one of the biggest solar canal system in February with Honorable Modi ji. We had another young speaker who talked about green hydrogen. And this morning, the Prime Minister launched India's green hydrogen policy. So I don't want to say that before Prime Minister Modi did it, GSA did the green hydrogen. So that is a beauty, and I'm so honored and so excited that today we have 2 more young entrepreneurs, in fact 3. We have Praful Bilamore, who's one of the most amazing young entrepreneurs who has taken the country, and if you just Google his name and just do MBA Chaiwala, you know how he took on one of the most important, you know, pieces that we can't survive without and scaled it up across. So a big welcome to you, Praful. We have Ravi Teja, who had an opportunity to stay back in Hyderabad, but he decided that he actually wants to do something for sustainability. And he embraced the issue of looking at waste management completely through an innovation lens, monetizing that opportunity. And of course, we also have an amazing Dr. Hari, who's an investment banker, and who could have also decided to continue making money the way he wanted to. But he called me one day, he said, Ravi, I have something big and I want to talk about it. And he decided to set up the energy bank, a renewable energy bank. So big, so you can see the generation from young, I'm not calling you Dr. Hariol, but you're, very much my mentor and guru. And of course, the person anchoring us, Dr. Vijay, who's been telling me to work on sustainability. So honorable. So this has been, and 2 things I want to say before I close, because, and as you reflect back and say what really was so important, the most important thing which happened was that there are many Indian diaspora conferences that happen. But connecting people, as Vaishwiji said right in the beginning, she's become a big sister now, connecting those, bringing, inspiring. And I said this to Dr. Vijay on a call. I said, you don't realize what you've done. Yes, physically we are meeting, but everywhere, everybody's harmonizing, synergizing because of GSA. So really hats off to everybody in GSA. And my speech cannot be complete without acknowledging one of the most amazing person I had the opportunity to work. Please, let's give a big round of applause to Sita Bala, who's become such a dear friend and a sister, who's worked tirelessly. I don't know what she does. 4 o'clock there's a message. 2 o'clock there's a message. 6 a.m. there's a message. 1 p.m. there's a message. And of course, Dr. Ajit, you have been such an important mentor for us for the sustainability. So the thank you to everybody, and amazing people I met here, Usha ji and Suhag ji, and Kaushik. GSA connected us New Yorkers together with our fellows here, right there, Rashmi ji and Bedi ji. This is what you've done. You've connected the Desi diaspora selflessly for a very important cause. 3 times. Made in India!
Made for the world.
Made in India!
Made for the world.
I don't hear you. Made in India!
Made for the world.
And the blessings with Dr. Salti. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Raviji. That was wonderful. From green energy, now we go to youth perspective. I'd like to welcome Yash Soni, a junior high school student from Frisco, Texas. Yash is interested in studying about the violence in the city of Chicago. So we're going to hear about his perspective, and also wanted to mention about the GSA Expo had the opportunity to honor 18 young adults under 18 during our Expo. So that was a big accomplishment for the Expo, has never been done, first time ever, 18 under 18. So again, thanks to the vision of our leader, Dr. VGP. Yash?
It's not BJP, it's a BJP. Oh, well said.
Hello, is the mic okay? I spoke at the last convention in December about crime, so I'm not going to be saying a lot of the same things that I said, but we have a lot of leadership here is what I saw, so I'm going to harp on that. We have doctors here and here, we have doctors all around the tables, we have candidates for aldermen sitting there on that table right there, and this is leadership in the city of Chicago. We also have entrepreneurs, as we stated over here, people bringing money into the South Asian community. We have leadership, and leadership that can represent us effectively. One thing that somebody had a conversation with me in the lobby of the Starbucks, I think he was drunk, but we're just gonna act like he wasn't. He asked me, he said, why do Indian people always just want to stay in their own lane and do their own thing? And then they don't want to, whenever I try to say hi to them or something, they don't want to talk to me. And I said, we came over either whether 80s, 90s, or early 2000s, and we had a goal. We said, hey, there's opportunity here. We want to make money. We want to have a good family, and we want to live with our families, make huge families, and make a name for ourselves. And we have a lot of people here who are giving a good name to our community. But what I want to harp on is leadership. We have the Dr. Twin right there, and she's helping a lot of the youth and the mental health centers in Chicago. And this person's sitting here in a room with us, and she's also supporting our mission and our goal as well. And it's good to see that people are actually representing us in a positive light as well. But the main thing that we need in Chicago, and a big thing for economic policies, we have a lot of entrepreneurs here. People know how, it's a good amount of time it takes to get a business license and things like that. And so good leadership is what we need, and effective leadership that actually represents the people that are actually there in the city of Chicago and Cook County as well. And so that's what I want to end and harp on, because I have 5 minutes. But what I want to end and harp on is we need good leadership, and leadership that effectively represents entrepreneurship, doctors, people with higher education, but as well as just the worker and the people that are actually bringing money into the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Yash. Now I'd like to invite our 2 aldermanic candidates, Mr. Sean Walker, who is running for the 28th Ward in the city of Chicago, and Mr. Cameron Barnes, who's running for the 9th Ward in the city of Chicago. We'd like to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. My name is Sean Walker. I want to thank VJ for having an opportunity to invite me, and this is the second opportunity I had to be with the GSA family. So, thank you for having me and being warm welcoming. Like Yassi mentioned about leadership, one of the things that I talk about for me is being a leader that is accessible, accountable, fair, and trustworthy. I think in the city of Chicago right now, one of the things that we are lacking is strong leadership, and I believe that having new leadership is something that I bring to the table along with my background in economic development, and I look forward to partnering with the GSA family, and not just partnering, but also being a part of it, but most of all, learning from you. Because if I'm unable to represent anyone, I have to first learn about them. And that's one of the things that I'm talking about. And with my background in economic development, right now I work for the Chicago Public Schools where I manage the construction for the CPS. So I believe with the entrepreneur, we're talking about one, fulfilling some of your vision, and that vision is, dealing with the public safety in the crisis that is in our community, and also dealing with the economic, educational reform, and most of all, being able to create jobs and foster real economic development so that you will be comfortable making an investment in the communities that you're a part of. And I think that's very key and very important. So I want to just share that information with the family here, with the community. And again, thank VJ for having me here. But I look forward to learning from the GSA family, forward to partnering with you, and also just bringing the visions that I have and having the representation that you need in the city of Chicago to deal with those public safety issues, to deal with the crisis that is impacting our education, and most of all, the lack of opportunities to be able to invest. And as you know, being an entrepreneur, getting through the red tape and being able to have someone that will represent your interests is very key. But for the most important, have someone that has that ability and that background. And I right now managed over last 5 years over 99 construction projects that is totaling over $100 million worth of construction within the city of Chicago. I've also formerly worked for the city of Chicago budget office and the Department of Planning. So I understand government, I understand business, and my background in finance and business management also allowed me to deal with that. So I'm always dealing with numbers, and as you know, as an entrepreneur, it's very important to know how your money is being invested, where it's going, and how it's going to impact the next generation. So once again, thank you. I'm grateful for being able to come up here. We came in this morning from Chicago, and as you know, VJ is always running around and doing one thing, and then we talk about the energy, and I'll leave you with this. The Bible even talks about that my people are just, without a vision, my people perish. And I thank God that GSA has a vision, and that VJ is not gonna let it perish. And then again, everything that we do, whether it be negative, or positive, or good or bad, the decisions that we make, it affects our destiny. And I want to leave you with that, and I want to leave with the leadership that I look forward to bringing and partnering with you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Can I have Cameron Barnes to speak to us about yourself and your candidacy?
Yes, ma'am. Dr. Shree, it's so great to see you, and so great to see everyone, of course. I'm grateful to Dr. VJ, who's probably running around as he does. There he is. Thank God for Dr. VJ. And to all of you and everything, so many familiar faces, don't want to get into calling names because I don't want to miss someone. But I'm grateful to be Cameron Barnes. I'm running in Chicago for the 9th Ward Alderman. There are 50 wards, as you know, in Chicago, and 1/50th of that $11.8 billion budget that Chicago has needs to be controlled by someone who has the best interests of the constituents. And so many times we know that folks that look like you and I are not able to get in certain rooms and do not have the best interests in representation on the different stages that we should have, and leaving us to, of course, fight for the different crumbs that are different left over and everything. I'm grateful, of course, to have been the National Youth Director. I'm the former National Youth Director of the Rainbow Push Coalition. Many of you, I've seen so many of these faces with Reverend Jackson, of course, traveling the country. We've been in DC together, we've been in Atlanta together, we've been in Chicago together, we've been in Naperville together. So I'm grateful to be back again amongst family. I think I'm amongst family today. I'm not amongst, of course, some folks. I'm amongst family today. So this run for the 9th Ward Alderman in Chicago, that's Roseland, that's Pullman, that's far south side. In 2015, President Obama made Pullman a National Historic Landmark for the work of the Pullman Porters and A. Philip Randolph and the historic value of people of color in Pullman and in the Ninth Ward. But what we have under our current leadership there over the last 24 years is the decimation and the degradation of people of color by a person that is of color. And that makes no sense. We have to be sure on every angle we're electing people that represent the best interests of our constituents. And so me going to the Chicago City Council is not about Cameron having a job. I just told you I was the National Youth Director. I was a national person first, and I said, let me stop that because I'm feeling hypocritical that if I can go across the globe and across the country and help everyone else, why wouldn't I be able to help the person that lives right next door to me? Or why wouldn't I be able to help the person that raised me? And I was a child. These kids, they used to run me out of the streets, make sure I didn't get hit by cars. And so now they've gotten older in age. The biggest constituents of the Ninth Ward are the elderly, those 65 and older, and those 18 and older. Those are people who are first dependent on everyone else the most and who are most at health risk. Those are people who need most access to health care, to resources, to opportunities. And so it is imperative. Guys, this is not some random campaign. Y'all, let me step from around here because I don't do formalities and such. This is not some random campaign. This is a winning campaign. I want y'all to clap when I say that. This is a winning campaign. And so we're not running on just some hope and a dream. We're running on the fact of it's time for us to elect all kind of new leadership that represent our best interests. Thank God for United States Congress-elect. Well, now he's the congressman. They've been sworn in. So Congressman Jonathan Jackson, of course, as a wonderful, wonderful friend. During his time when he was the national spokesperson of PUSH, I was the national youth director. We've traveled the country together and we've been able to do so. Now with him on the federal level, the 1st Congressional District runs through the Ninth Ward. We need that support on the local level as well. To go from the ground up, I need to be able to make sure when I get to the city council that there's someone on the federal level who has those same ideals, and he has to be able to make sure that on the federal level somebody can do the groundwork in Chicago as well. So you all, I thank you so very much for giving me the opportunity to speak. Thank you so very much for being able to be amongst your family. Listen, I want you all to go to Cameron49.com. It's imperative. I'm going to raise $150,000 before the end of this month. And I'm going to do it with the help of all of the people sitting in this room because it's imperative. This is not about Cameron. It's all about us. I've got my card with a QR code on it. I want you to scan that code, read about what this campaign is doing, and donate generously to it because I am not going to be able to make it without you. Thank y'all so much. Dr. Sri, I love you.
And wishing you all the best on your campaign to both the gentlemen. And also I should let you know Cameron is only 24 years old. So he's a young leader, a lot of potential, and he's the next Obama in the White House. So please support his campaign. And American Multi-Ethnic Coalition also endorses both the candidates who are running for the alderman in Chicago, city of Chicago. Thank you again.
I'm Sita Bala, and Dr. VTP gave me an arduous task of being a chair of the awards committee. It's not just dream come true. It was like people who have gone unrecognized, who are so talented, starting with the youth, picking 18 youth across the U.S. and celebrating them. And then we went on to pick 75 Pride of India awardees, people who have accomplished, and also 20 Golden Peacock Awards. And there were a lot of nominations that came in, and so I'm so delighted that he entrusted me with this opportunity, and we are so successful that we come to DC doing the sequel and doing a grand finale to this GSA Expo.
I am Chief Financial Officer of GSA. I'm privileged to be here
to successful event in Chicago. This is our finale in Washington DC. We are proud to be here and we are successfully concluding this.
I'm Dr. Vasavi Chakka, co-founder of India at 75 Expo. This has been such a accelerating experience to be part of GSA India at 75 Expo by Global Eye, under Global Eye umbrella. So this theme of the GSA is to showcase all the aspects of India and growth of the 75 years has brought to the world. And now we are on the global leadership and under leadership of our great visionary Dr. VGP. And this is only the beginning, and we are going to go straight into the global platform. And then, please follow us and join us and connect with us and be part of GSA family.
Made in India. Made for the world. Made in India.
Made for the world.
Made in India.
Made for the world.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed your lunch. We are going to begin with the Pride of India awardees. The first awardee is Dr. Shamu Banik. He is the first Indian American appointed by the President George Bush team as the Executive Director of President Committee as persons with intellectual disabilities in a senior level policy-making position. He was also Senior Advisor to the National Advisory Council on Drug Abuse in the George Bush administration. Over to you, Dr. Banik, to say a few words.
Just 1 minute. Can we take a...
We would request Mr. Srinivasan, the President of the Global Welfare Foundation from Chennai, India. He is presenting the Foundation's highest honors, the colors of the Global Welfare Foundation, to the Pride of India awardee, Dr. Sabu Banik. Please give it up for him. And then we'll request our chairman to present the souvenir to Mr. Sabu Banik. And we also have a sub-book. Mr. Thomas Koshi Shap will present the book.
Okay.
And now you say a few words. He's in a hurry to go, sir.
Good evening. Sorry I lost my voice because of laryngitis, but I cannot lose this opportunity to congratulate the great organizers of many events I have seen, Dr. Bijoy Prabhakar and his team, consisting of so many, Dr. Ajit Pant, Dr. Vasavi Chakka, Sita Bala, and rest of the team. I accept this award, being humbled, Pride of India. I want to speak about how I reached the stage of serving 3 US presidents, 2 governors, as a small human being coming from Calcutta with $7 in my pocket. By networking, by being honest, transparent, and hardworking, everything is possible in this nation. I have shown with my own example. I'll give 2 examples. In 1961, when I was in Bristol, England, I was trying to work on my doctoral dissertation, Adolescence and Juvenile Delinquency. I wanted 1,000 13 years to 19-year-old youngsters for my doctoral dissertation. But nobody at that time, 1961, because I'm a dark skin, no school will allow me. But the break came. One day I met one of the priests of the church. I told him that I'm a yoga instructor. He was fascinated. He says, can you show me? When I showed him, he contacted the director of Duke of Edinburgh Fund for Youth. And there, I raised $2,500 in 1961. The mayor of Bristol honored me. From that time on, 3 schools volunteered to help me with my 1,000 students program. So everything is possible in this world, all I call critical incidents in my life. How I came to this country. When I got my doctorate degree on September 5th, 1964, I was in an Italian restaurant eating spaghetti. I don't know how to eat spaghetti at that time. And I was putting in a spoon or falling down. A gentleman next door, next table, came to me telling, can I show you how to eat spaghetti? I said, yes, sir. And then he started conversation with me. And he found out that I got my doctorate degree and I'm going back to India in a few days' time. He wanted to know, am I interested to go to USA? My gosh, I never thought about that. Just imagine, he had a friend in Norwich, Connecticut hospital. He called him that I have a brand new doctorate from Bristol University. Do you have a position? Same morning, somebody left and position was open. I didn't know anything about America. He had a friend who invented contact lenses in Plainfield, New Jersey. He made arrangement for me to visit. They have got 2 young daughters. They were playing tennis. When they found I'm a yoga master, they wanted to learn how to practice yoga and beat the opponents. So this is the beginning all through my life. Having people, contact, communication has made my life enriched. And I have reached the highest position, senior level position, first Indian American in the George H.W. Bush administration. After that, his son appointed me also as the presidential advisor on intellectual disabilities. So all because of you, or because of my Indian friends, American friends. So I accept this honor on behalf of all of you. The pride of India. I am very proud to receive this award. Sorry, my voice is not as eloquent as it used to be. So with that, thank you, Dr. Vijay Bhai and the team for this. Thank you very much. Can you get the award? Hello, sir, can you hold the award?
Hello, everybody, look at over here, please. Everybody. Hello, sir. Sir.
Our next Pride of India awardee, Chris Sutanthiran.
Hello, please.
And now we'll request giving him the colors of the Global Welfare Foundation, the highest award. It's a 501c3 in India, doing over 1,000 eye care camps across. He has come all the way from Chennai to honor the awardees from Pride of India.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Thanks to everyone and Dr. Vijay Prabhakar. There's only one Dr. Vijay Prabhakar on this entire earth. There may be one on the moon. On this earth, there's only one Dr. Vijay Prabhakar. I've known him for several years now, and I don't know how he gets it done. I'm a manufacturing engineer by training. I'm in the medical field. This is my 51st year. Everywhere I go, people talk about Make in India. They're missing a very, very important ingredient. Simply saying Make in India, I call it a nonsense. We need to make quality in India. We're not focusing on quality in India, and that's our problem. Second thing is that in India, we have 1.4 billion minds. I started an Indian political party called Proud Indian Party. The goal is to provide free college education to everyone and free healthcare to everyone in India. Those are the two wings, and I launched a program under the Best Foundation established
1,000 plus medical centers in India and a non-profit. And there are a number of programs. You can visit teambest.com, www.teambest.com for my full bio and also all the activities we have on the press releases. Thank you again.
Our next awardee is Sukhpal Singh Dhanova. Sukhpal Singh is a journalist par excellence. He is the bureau chief of PTC News. That is the largest program, Punjabi TV channel for the NRI diaspora. He is the first turban White House correspondent and first member of the White House Correspondents Association. This is a feat by itself. And Dhanova has endeared himself to the community as the voice of the people. He is the only Indian journalist who covered the incident of January 6, 2022 from White House all the way to US Capitol Hill. Presenting Sukhpal Singh Dhanova.
Don't give mic. Hello, just wait. Just wait. Sita ji, wait. Hello, sir.
Thank you, GSA, and thank you all of you for being here. Thank you, Dr. Vijay. As we all know, media was always and is in very critical situation all over the world. And media person's role is very tough. Normally I saw in most of the events, the people gonna thanks each other. Moreover, I saw so many times they don't utter even a single word for the media. They take this thing as a guarantee. We have to be there and we should be covered. They don't know what kind of hard work behind this. This award is for a regional media and ethnic media. It was, and this is not only for me or my TV channel for PTC, this is all those regional and ethnic media people. They are working hard worldwide to carry your policies, your leadership, your views, your vision to all over. As per my TV channel, we are one of the biggest TV channel, and this is the first TV channel who is covering India-based, underline India-based TV channel, which is covering White House officially almost more than 8 years. Not only White House, luckily I got an opportunity to cover 6th of January and I did live. And today I wear this turban, and on the 6th of January, this was the turban on my head. And while I was on US Capitol, my kids were texting me and calling me, "Dad, you don't know what is going on, leave this place." And I told them, I said, this is a one opportunity in my life. So I'm the first person and the only Indian TV, media or journalist who covered live that event from the White House to the Capitol. Dr. Vijay, I met him closely when he was on the US Capitol lobbying for India. For what? For the vaccine. That vaccine was not for his state not for Delhi, not for one state, that was for the whole Indian nation, and I was quite impressed. And after that, whenever he called me day and night, I was always covering because I saw his vision. And today, this is not only me, he is honoring and recognizing lots of people. They are working hard, as my dear friend Bodhiwala ji, my dear friend Jetli ji, and all the team members. They are belongs to media, and thank you so much for all of you. Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to tell you, out of the 75 awardees, Sita Bala, could you please stand here, please? She was the one. We had over 6,000 nominations for the Pride of India awardees. There were several from the media, but we chose Mr. Sukhpal Singh Dhanora from PTC Bureau Chief. He's a man you won't believe. We have met several, over 50 years of my time, several media people, but someone like him who doesn't expect anything in return, who covers, his PTC news is aired in India. And last time when we came twice to Capitol Hill to get the much needed COVID vaccines to India under the leadership of Reverend Jesse Jackson, his youth ambassador is here, Cameron Vance, and it was Sukhpal Singh who took the message across far and wide. And we said, sir, can we give you some transportation? No, he said, nothing, it's my duty. And such a selfless human being we have not seen in the media world today. And I would like all of you all, it's really from the bottom of our heart. When we told him the jury had given him this honor, and when Sita Bala tried to contact him and tell him that, he says, no, why, I don't want this honor, why, we are doing our duty. But sir, you surpassed the journalistic standards today, and you lived up to the American standards, and not the Desi media standards. We salute you, because you're one of your kind. May you live long, and may you be blessed for what you do for India. Made in India, made for the world. And his wife called me and said, Dr. Vijay ji, he has a doctor's appointment today, and he has to go there and get there. And I said, that's fine, let him join late. But he said, no, I'll be there at 12:30 to cover your function. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Mr. Sukhpal Dhanora, PTC News. And he will tell you when this is aired in India. And his channel is very livid. And please get a chance to meet him, and he will get a bite from all the awardees too. And please wait for the glass group photograph too. Thank you, sir, once again. Give him a big ovation, sir. Back to Sita Bala.
Can you give a standing ovation to
Request Ms. Vasi Chakra to present.
Please give a standing ovation, please.
Standing ovation, standing ovation. Only media person to be honored in this entire GSA Expo 75, India, GSA India 75 Expo. Only journalists to be honored.
Hello, can we take a picture?
We are very proud of you. Chief.
Now,
done.
I'll request all the awardees to please keep your the national shawl which has been adorned by you by our chairman, your awardee, and the global colors honors for the group photo, because that will be easy to identify. Now I'll request Mrs. Bharat USA, Mani Manikandan, please come to present a floral bouquet. She said, Chief, I'll come to your occasion, but I'm going to bring 5 floral bouquets. I want to honor only 5 worthy people. And sir, you're the second one to get this honor from the one and only lovely. Say a few words, because she came all the way. And she said, I want you to select 5 people. I said, no. She picked out Sukhpal from the list with Sita shared. Go ahead. Give it up for Mrs. Bharat USA.
Thank you so much for having me here, Ms. Vijay. It's really amazing to be among such a wonderful, talented, incredible crowd. I really feel honored and blessed to be representing Mrs. Bharat USA and My Dream TV. And congratulations for covering up and being the only media person from here. As he said, it's really amazing to and thank you for doing this amazing job. And thank you all. You all are very inspiring. And I will definitely carry all your thoughts and energy and positive vibes to all the next generation. That's my motto. To carry all our thought process, being an Indian American, to our next generation, to our next powerful youth who are in USA, and let's work together and cheers to great success for all of us.
Please give it up for Mrs. Bharat USA, Meena Manikandan. Well, he gives a floral tribute to the one and only Sukhpal Dana. Please stand.
Just 1 minute, I want to take a full picture, please. Sorry.
Thank you so much. Again, back to Sita.
Thank you for taking the time to be with us. Our next awardee is Ananthan Ayasamy. Ananthan is a Vice President of Tamil Nadu BJP, Overseas and Neighboring States Tamil Nadu Development Cell. He is born in an oppressed scheduled caste as a farm laborer in a remote village and rose to a Silicon Valley architect in USA. He invented multiple patents and is a Senior Director of Engineering at Intel Corporation. He serves as President and Director of Greater Portland Tamil Sangam, presenting Ananthan Ayasamy.
Hello, sir. Sir, please.
They give me the highest honor from Global Welfare Foundation for award.
After this speech. No, it's okay. Keep it. It's okay.
Thank you. Thank you, GSA. Thank you, Global Eye Magazine. Thank you, Dr. VGP, Dr. Ajit Pant. It's wonderful to be here. It really feels amazing to be in this room of dignified Indian Americans, high achievers. As Ms. Sri was saying, I was a farm laborer as a child and came all the way to America to be a Senior Director of Engineering at a leading silicon company. America is the land of opportunities. It's the dreamland, as we say. But I want to say at this moment, the next opportunity is in India. There cannot be a better time for the slogan "Made in India, made for the world" than now, as India under Prime Minister Modi is taken leadership of G20. India is a 3.3 trillion economy now, and we have a goal to reach 10 trillion in another 8 years. And talking about India-US relations, I want to highlight a couple of data points. India exports about 420 billion, and America is the largest export partner. But I also want to say India imports more. India imports about $620 billion last year. And guess who the largest import partner for India is? China. Right? And US is the remote third or fourth in that list. We all know that with 1.4 billion people, India has the largest educated young minds in the world. The most number of startups have happened in India. If you look at in the last quarter, India is leading the 6G research and innovation. But what India lacks is capital. I'm talking about US-India relationship. There is a heavy opportunity for everyone here to bring the capital and invest in those startups. We want to see the next Apple, next Google, next Amazon rising out of the small towns of India. And it is not about India. It is about collective opportunity for the world, for America. That is the market. 1.4 billion people. That is the market. And here is an opportunity for everyone. It is going to reward everyone here well. So bring your resources. Make the world flourish. Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, he was only the single politician from India or America who made the list for Pride of India at the 75 Pride of India. Sita Bala and Ravi Karkara, the co-chairs, a hard time of going through everybody. Ravi ji, as you know, said no politicians, Vijay ji, no Himachal Pradesh, Haryana minister. We had enough of that. So then we had to dig through the nominations and came up with an entrepreneur. I met him in 2019. He was a flourishing real estate person from Portland, Oregon, doing very well. And then he returned back to Tenkasi, his home village, and started back his resources plowing back, just like what he said. He walks the talk and went back and started there. And today he is the BJP state vice president in the Tamil Nadu chapter. And also, Ananthan Ayasamy would like all your good wishes. As you know, India is having 2024 parliamentary elections. Hopefully with all your blessings, including Zenobia Sowell and Amma's prayers from Virginia, our Gloria J. Paul, the prayer warrior who's here with us, the lady in purple. He would be the BJP candidate for Tenkasi MP. And let me tell you, if he wins, he will be the next minister in Modi ji's union cabinet. So wish him all the best and give it up. I request Vasili ji, who has a penchant for politicians, to present me with her magnetic smile. One more time, Vasili ji, that smile. She saves it only specially for politicians. Talking about that, I must tell you an instant. When we met Yogi Adityanath ji as CM of Uttar Pradesh, we had only a 5-minute appointment. She just floored him with her smiles to such an extent, we landed up 25 minutes talking to Yogi Adityanath ji. And then she wanted to touch his feet. And he said no. Then she said at the last, I had to leave the room because I was embarrassed, let me tell you frankly. But said, at least let me see your toes. And he got up. That happened literally. We got the appointment 25 minutes and Yogi Adityanath ji and his secretaries, who still we correspond with, still remembers. They asked, how is Vasili ji? Because she made it happen. When we met the chief secretary of UP, she says, I'm not leaving here, I'm going to do dharna. You've heard of people fasting unto death? We went to the chief secretary's office. I happened to know him. And when he was the housing secretary for Modi ji, we had a global conclave. But she said, and it surprised us. We didn't know this side. Ajit Pal ji was kicking me all the time and pinching me behind the desk. And she said to the chief secretary, sir, I'm not leaving your office. I will sit here. It was 3:30 till tomorrow morning if you don't get me an appointment with UP Chief Minister. And he said, really? He said, where are you? From Naperville? He took the address. Then he said, he questioned her and then he said, wait. And then in 45 minutes, and she said, will you please sit out? No, sir, I'm sitting here. Okay, you sit here. I said, we'll wait outside. And then she got the appointment. And then we took an auto rickshaw from the secretariat to UP CM's house. That was an auto ride we'll never forget because we didn't have a car. We just took there in Lucknow. And we took an auto driver, and the first time the CM's office saying nobody arrives in auto to see us here. And you were saying you're NRIs from America. But that is Vasili Chakka. So you get her blessings. When your union minister will all be there, including Cameron, Amit Jira. Of course, Ajit Panji is from Uttarakhand. You know what that is, the Uttarakhand Brahmin. So they will make sure they get the pound of flesh. Thank you, Sita.
That was a profound message from Ananthan Ayasamy, and so it goes to show that we put in a lot of effort to choose our candidates for giving the award. And thank you so much. The next awardee comes all the way from Arizona, Phoenix. I'm sorry, so there's something that's going to be added by Vasili ji.
Yeah. I really wanted to touch Yogi Adityanath's feet, but I didn't want to see his toes. He just exaggerates that.
You did. No. I'm not exaggerating. Swear, I never felt embarrassed in my life. You know me. I love politicians. I've been with Jayalalitha. I've been with Vajpayee ji. I've been with close contact. But this was too much for me to take. Ajit ji, did I walk out or not? You say, right? You tell the truth. Did I walk out or not? Yeah. Yes, I did walk out. I'm telling you. And from that time, I realized we have a hardcore potential. She can push any button to get anything done. And that's why I pick up on the second and third trip. I'm seriously telling you guys. I've never seen a Telugu lady so passionate. Usha ji, you have to learn from the best. And this is the truth.
Our next awardee is Padmanabhan Venkatesan, coming all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. He is a vice president of the World Federation of Tamil Youth, hailing from Phoenix, Arizona. He's a leading community activist who plays a pivotal role in strengthening India's relationship. He was part of the BJP task force to President Biden administration, specifically with COVID vaccines, and a contribution that happened last year, 2021. He also serves as a chairperson of Arizona chapter of American Multi-Ethnic Coalition, and also serves on the National Board of the American Business Coalition. He's an ardent advocate of Indian culture and ethos. He's been a lead patron, I must say, of the GSA India Expo. Welcome, Padmanabhan Venkatesan from Arizona. Please say a few words.
Again, Dr. VGP put me in the front. Thank you everyone for overrun by the awards. Thank you everyone for being here, and thanks Dr. VGP and family.
And just a minute, Padmanabhanji, please come back to the stage. Meena just told me, she summoned me up to the podium and say she would like to give a bouquet, floral bouquet, which she brought all the way to you. Please welcome Mrs. Bharat USA, Meenal Manikandan. Is this the Tamil flavor working? What's the connection special? We want to know. Please tell them why you're giving it to Arizona's Tamil boy.
Because you're encouraging the youth. That is my which aligns with my motto. So I really, I'm really appreciative of which is the need of the hour. We need to pass everything to our next generation, to our youth, being it from culture or whatever we carry back from our roots. So that's very, very important. Thank you.
Incidentally, his son, one of the.
I thought I am still the youth, but she says I am encouraging the youth.
Nice try, Padu. Satya has taken the face. 1 minute, nice photograph.
Dr. Vijay.
Yeah.
Dr. Vijay, please.
Yeah. With Miss.
Hello, Dr. Vijay, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
Our next awardee is Mr. Neil Patel. Neil Patel is the president of the Indian American Business Coalition, Illinois chapter. He is also chairman of American Multi-Ethnic Coalition, which comprises 38 ethnic communities across America. He's a community activist and believes in giving back to the community. This year, he introduced a special Golden Diners program for low-income seniors in the medically underserved area of Chicago. Last year, he did the largest turkey donation in the state of Illinois in 5 different locations. His wife is an anesthesiologist, and his son attends medical school, and his daughter attends Urbana-Champaign. And again, Mr. Neil Patel is the CEO of MedStar Labs, which is based in Illinois. Presenting Neil Patel.
Just 1 minute, Doctor.
Can I request Mr. Neil Patel to say a few words?
Awardee with the highest honor of Global Welfare Foundation for outstanding contributions for I am proud to honor on behalf of Global Welfare Foundation the highest honor to our awardee. All the best. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate this award. This is great, but I've met a lot of very interesting people here today. I mean, I don't know how to say this, but I'm second generation, and I feel if my dad did it, I should be able to do even better. But for some of the people I've met here today who were the gentleman that was a chaiwala, the other gentleman who was a farmer and have made it, that's phenomenal. And hats off to you guys. Just give back to communities. We all do well. We're not taking nothing upstairs, so give back to the community.
Very well said, sir. Lastly, you would like to say a few words. She's a big fan.
Just one more picture, please. Hello, sir, please. Dr. Vijay. Thank you.
Youth empowerment and youth leadership development are very close to my heart. That's what I strive to do for the community, to give it back to the, nourish the next generation. And people like leaders, not people, leaders like Neil Patel, who actually supports as backbone from behind. And I have seen him, thank you Dr. VGP for introducing me to Neil Ji. And ever since I know him, I know you encourage all our activities and throw your support behind us. And I really appreciate that. And he's also not only a leader, but he's a great host. Him and his wife. And he supports all our causes and behind all the events, what Dr. BJP does. And then he encourages and cooperates in every aspect of the event organization. Thank you.
No, hold on, please. No.
Our next awardee is Rashmi Bedi, who has come all the way from Georgia, Atlanta. Rashmi and Janak Bedi, they're a powerhouse couple, and she is a founder of My Dream TV USA. In fact, Meenal is one of her protege, who is Mrs. Bharat USA. She is the New York State highest woman, I stand corrected, she's from New York, so she is the New York State highest Women Empowerment Award winner and an International Woman of Courage 2019 winner for outstanding contribution to empower women, given by Sushmita Sen, and also received the Woman Icon of the Year by Lara Datta. Presenting Mrs. Rashmi Bedi.
Hello, madam. Dr. Vijay, please. Sir.
She is the host of Miss Universe 2021.
Hello, madam.
I am extremely proud to honor the distinguished awardee on behalf of Global Welfare Foundation for our wonderful contribution for the humanity.
Woman.
Miss Bharat USA, I'm national promoter of Miss Universe, Hardasa.
We met Rashmi on several occasions when Miss Universe, the first Indian American after a long time, to win the Miss Universe title 2021. She's the national promoter. And right now, of course, it goes without saying, Mrs. Bharat USA, Meenal Manikandan, would like to present to her mentor a floral bouquet, and she'd like to say a few words to what Rashmi and Janak meant to her and how they molded her. First speak. You might want to do a dance jig for us, because Ajit Khan says, what is this talk? I want to see the talent part, and you have to do something, sing or dance right now. This is for a tribute to your mentor.
I have no words to say for Rashmiji and Janakji. It's not like they just run pageants. They really make so many of our dreams fulfill. There are so many women out in there, and so many households who want to be in the fashion industry, who want to be in the beauty pageant, but they have so many constraints. But you need somebody to motivate them, somebody to get them out of their, nutshell. And I see them as two incredible, powerful people. Not only me, they have created many more beautiful women out in there who are really empowered and encouraged and very, very confident from before the pageant and today. And after winning this title, I've got immense, amazing opportunities on professional front and also in the fashion industry. And I've achieved so many things, and all the credits and everything goes to my mentor, Mrs. Rashmiji and Mr. Janak Bedi over there filming us. As always, he's the backbone of the My Dream TV. And I'm very grateful and very thankful for this opportunity. And I'm incredibly proud to be part of GSA and standing with my other Tamil friend, Mr. Vijay.
All those smiles and sweet talk won't do. Ganapati is nudging me. We wanted a dancer sing. He wants to know what made you Mrs. Bharat USA.
My speech. My confidence.
I'm going to ask you one question, and I'm going to ask Mr. Vinay Indira Gandhi to please come forward. and Neil Patel. Each of them are going to ask you one question. You can answer that. Go ahead. Please welcome Vinay Indira Gandhi here.
The question I would like to ask you is, of all the people, past or present, if you would want to meet one person, who would that be and why?
That's for her.
There are so many people whom I would like to meet, but I'm an adored fan of Mrs. Jayalalitha. It's not because of the political thing or anything, but I see her as a very powerful woman. Being in a movie industry, she completely transferred herself into political. A die-hard fan of her. I just adore her. I mean, I really miss her, and I would wanted to meet her if she was alive, but I would live the way she traveled.
Ms. Manikandan, you touch my heartstrings. Jayalalitha, I first interviewed in 1977 as a college student. I was her advisor from day one to enter the politics and MP till her death. Of course, Sachikala kept me away. That's a different story for a different time. But she and we were very close. Purichitale Amma, I mean, it's so coincident you had to bring her. It's divine intervention to remind her about us in our midst. I was last night talking to Ananthan Ayam talking about after her death all what we did. But I'm emotionally moved to see you definitely earned a place in my cabinet because you speak about Jayalalitha ji. And the next question from Mr. Neil Patel.
What is your future aspirations, your goals?
Future aspirations is first thing is I want to mentor our younger generation, and especially Indian-born kids who are here. Not just only mentor them towards education, pursuing going to the top colleges and all those things. There are so many other things which they can also have it can be an eye opener. There are so many kids who don't come out due to body shaming or due to depression. There are so many things. But if you have few kids who are being who have the thought process to bring them out, I would want to do that. And I have 2 teenagers.
I thought you were a teenager.
No, I have 2 teenagers. My older one is 16 and my younger one is 14. I have 2 girls. So I'm driving them. I'm trying to set as a role model for them, and I'm encouraging all their friends into all these good things which you can do. It can be very small at this point, but I would definitely like to grow on that and encourage all the women. I know most of the women are there out in there, they're incredibly beautiful, but something they always have a nutshell that they cannot do family first and they don't put themselves first. So my dream has taught me to put myself first. So I'm on the path of discovering myself and also encouraging the youth. So those are my 2 things which I'm aspiring to do.
I can add one more thing. I already did one reality show.
You can make our dreams come true, and I did that, and yes, you can too. And thank you, Janak, and my queens are here, and thank you, Janak, because he had been my motivation, my backbone, because without him, this platform is incomplete, Janak. Thank you so much, and thank you, Meenal, and that's what you can see our queens wear the crown in their hearts, right?
So I am not the stage person, but I just want to tell you one thing. So we don't sell dreams, we fulfill your dreams.
Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Rashmi Bedi. The next awardee is Prabhu Belor, MBA Chaiwala. Have you ever heard, does anyone know?
He's not only a celebrity amongst every single young person who aspires to become Praful in India and across India. Second, he's an angel investor at the young age of 26. A very big round of applause. At the same time, Praful is a philanthropist, a very loyal, made in India, made for the world. That's how it really epitomizes the real essence of Praful. So it's such an honor to be with you, Praful, and I'm so glad that it worked out and you're here with us. Lots of congratulations and many more to come. And if you just go to Instagram and do Praful, you'll see millions of Indians across from villages, small towns to capital to everywhere. You'll see a Praful, Praful, Praful. If there's one hero, every Bollywood actor wants to play a role, it's Praful. So such a great honor, Praful, you're here.
He can play himself. He's handsome enough.
He wants to make them. Thank you.
On behalf of Global Welfare Foundation, I would like to honor the awardee with the highest order of Global Welfare Foundation.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. So great. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So Vasaviji, please hand over the Expo show guide.
Picture time.
Sorry.
And pass the mic.
Can you put this thing on? The book.
This way?
Yeah, there you go.
Is it fine? Thank you.
So let's have some inspiring words from Praful.
Thank you very much for all this, and it's good to see you all. Beautiful faces from all the ages. You have a great smile, and I'm really proud of myself and grateful enough to be with you guys. I born and raised in Indore, near Indore. It's a small village. I'm a son of a farmer. My father is a farmer. I'm a man of family. I'm married. I have a 6-month kid. I'm running company and I'm running family both. So I have a great responsibility on my shoulders, which I'm taking it very well. So since Raviji introduced me to the whole world of Indo-US diaspora here, and I feel grateful enough to be with you guys because जहाँ जाओ अपनापन अगर मिल जाता है तो खाना पीना सब छोड़ दो, अच्छा लगता है. और आई ऑलवेज टेल कि वह सफलता, वह प्रसिद्धि, वह देश किसी काम का नहीं जो अपनी संस्कृति, धर्म, कर्म सब भूल जाए. So I always tell them. And thank you very much, Raviji. The first point of contact for me personally for this diaspora was Raviji, and introduced himself to me when we were connected on Twitter. Since then to be here today, I felt like ये कैसे हो गया, कब हो गया? And I was not at all planning for a US trip, to be honest, and he told me a couple of times कि you should come, and बोला कि visa कौन करेगा, मुझे तो पता भी नहीं इधर का visa, but it's very difficult to get visa done. But for the good fortune, the once I applied and got my visa done, so that's how I'm here. Thank you very much, and please think about US, okay? Plus do think about India. We are doing very hard work today, and whole India, 140 crore people of India now have hope, they have a vision, they are progressive, and they really want to build something for themselves. It will take decades. There are so many struggles will be there, responsibilities will be there, everything will be there. But we need your support, maybe in finance, maybe in emotions, maybe a good message from US for the Indian diaspora, your relatives, your cousins, maybe someone कुछ ना कुछ तो कर ही रहेंगे ना वो, तो प्लीज सपोर्ट कीजिए. एंड मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ कि आत्मनिर्भर भारत से भारत पर निर्भर बनाना है पूरी दुनिया को. That's how it is. So that's how it is. So I will say one more thing. So I will say har har, you should say startup. I will say ghar ghar and you should say startup, correct? So it's har har, startup, ghar ghar, startup, har har, startup, ghar ghar, startup. That's how it is. Thank you very much. Bharat Mata ki Jai.
Please give a big round of applause for Praful Bilwar, who came all the way from Indore, Madhya Pradesh. And we were challenged with getting visas. You know, the visa wait for visitors and tourist visa is 2024 and 2025. But God was with us, our honorary co-chairs, and of course Sri Gursami and Vasavi and all the rest worked very hard with Mr. Ganapati. And one of the 12 successful applicants was Praful. We are so happy he had the date on 19th. So happy he made it, and he came here at his own cost. The Starbucks King of India is with us, ladies and gentlemen. And you made our day, Praful, for coming. He's so humble, he's so young. When I saw him, I asked him, are you Praful MBA? You know, the old-fashioned VGP I am. Where's your suit, man? He said, no, this is how I come. Then I gave my business card. Where's my business card? He said, we are in digital age, no business card. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Praful Bilwar. Thank you so much.
Our next Pride of India awardee is Dr. Hari Epanpalli. Dr. Epanpalli is a financial services professional.
Mrs. Manikani tribute goes to you. And this is from the lovely Mrs. Bharat USA. Go ahead. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, and you just said right. You want all of us to not only think about you as we are here, but we're Indian by heart, by everything. We are here, but we always try to bring all our fellow Indians up and also contribute to the place where we live. But our heart is always in India, and we always think about our country. And any success comes, we owe it back to our Bharat.
Right. Thank you very much.
So say made in India, made for the world.
Made in India.
Made for the world.
Made in India.
Made for the world.
Made in India.
Made for the world. Thank you very much. Nice to have you.
Madam,
Thank you very much.
hello. Dr. Vijay, please.
Yeah.
Sir, please.
Thank you.
I should say Indore rocks. He's from my hometown.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Our next awardee is Dr. Hari Ipanpalli. He's a financial services professional with over 30 years of Wall Street experience, working in different roles with major banks including Credit Suisse, Allianz Capital, Merrill Lynch, BlackRock, and Bank of New York, which is like based in Mellon. He's a visionary, an entrepreneur, a keynote speaker, mentor, and a philanthropist. I'm going to request Raviji.
Thank you so much. It's such a great honor to be standing here with Dr. Hari. Extremely selfless, giving, and I was so amazed that this year I touched and came in contact with Dr. Hari, and the way we connected was a very important in his very clear commitment on sustainability through the ESG Foundation, which is very much promoting issues of climate action, education, women's empowerment, and of course, looking at entrepreneurship as a clear solution. And then most recently, as I said before, very clear foresight to look at where the world is with these multiple crises. He said there's one solution, Ravi, and I said, yes, sir, please. He said, why doesn't the world create the first renewable energy bank? With the visionary, with the commitment, over to you, Dr. Hari. Such a great, and congratulations, sir.
Thank you so much. I'm humbled and honored to be here among so many stellar awardees here. First, I would like to request all of you to stand and let's give a big round of applause and ovation to the founder of this great GSA organization, Dr. Vijay. He deserves everything that he's doing for the world and also bringing of all of us together to this great movement to promote India globally. Thank you, sir, for your vision and mission. And great leaders have their vision beyond their sight. And Vijay proved that today. Thank you so much. It's not easy for selecting out of 6,000 people. I commend the jury for selectively picking so many amazing people from different parts of the world, especially recognizing the people who are not recognized, who deserve it. Congratulations to all the people, Sita Wala, and also other jury members here. So for me, I was inspired by the son of the Tamil Nadu, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the 11th President of India. I left my 30 plus years of Wall Street career to do something he created for India called Vision 2020, which included providing affordable quality healthcare, affordable quality education, preserve and protect the planet for future generations, and let's feed the world with healthy food. So while addressing the IIM Shillong students on July 27, 2015, he collapsed on the stage addressing on the topic of creating a livable planet Earth. And I'm very happy to see that GSA Foundation is committed to bring that dream as a reality. Thank you so much, GSA. And myself, after so many years, in 2018, I left the Wall Street career to create 3 different things. One is bring technology into the mix of providing this affordable quality healthcare, education, energy, and also agriculture. And we created a technology fund called Elysium Ventures, which is a deep tech fund. And also, we wanted to bring digitization into this energy bank that Raviji is talking about, to offer banking as a service to provide the much needed cash into this field. And finally, the dream of Dr. Kalam is to create a global sustainability impact fund, which is a $20 billion fund, which we are working towards. With all of your involvement and support, we would like to see a difference in this world, because we are all tenants on this planet. We don't deserve to spoil this. We need to protect and promote this great planet for future generations. Again, I'm very humbled and honored to be here today. Dr. Vijay, thank you so much. And all the organizers and the jury, may bless you in this new year to good health, wealth, and also a lot of prosperity in your lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hari Ipanipalli. Our next awardee is Dr. Chitti Ramakrishnamurthy. He is not able to be with us, so he's the next awardee. And we move on to the next awardee, which is Mr. Teja Muthu. Ravi Teja Muthu. Yeah.
So Ravi Teja Muthu is in heart a very strong advocate and a believer of sustainability and climate action. He's, for many of you, you'll think he's just working with sustainability. He's one of the first few young Indians who won the NASA Innovation Award when he was only 19 years old. He could have decided to become a NASA scientist, but he said, no, I want to look at issues of farmer suicide and look at issues of droughts in Andhra Pradesh. He went into the heart and to really understand why climate change is impacting these farmers and their families. And he really wanted to address issues of poverty. And through many different hats and many accolades, including the Commonwealth Youth Icon from 2015, that's where we met at the Commonwealth Summit in 2013. And since then, he's like a younger brother to me. And now, with his most amazing EXA, which is the most amazing technology looking at solid waste management and innovating in India and in USA. So huge congratulations to you, Ravi. It's so exciting and so amazing to see you win this award. Many congratulations. Over to you.
I am amazed to stand here and look at the sea of faces and the wisdom in this room. Dr. Vijay, Dr. Ajit, Vasvi Akka, members of the award jury and members of the GSA family, thank you so much for giving me this award. Ravi bro, thank you so much for nominating me. Startups are really tough, and as an immigrant entrepreneur, it's even tougher to navigate the nuances of the US business world. I've just been here for the past 1 year. I think this is a great fuel for me and my team to push much harder in 2023 to divert those tons of plastic waste away from the landfills and save some carbon emissions out there. But I'd like to dedicate this award to the millions of Swachhata Mitras who are relentlessly working to divert waste and make Swachh Bharat a reality in India, which is who inspired ETSA. And the Swachhata Mitras, we look at them as informal waste pickers, but if you look at them, they are micro entrepreneurs who have created the most sustainable waste management model anywhere in the world, and which is what ETSA is doing. Bringing a model which is successful, made in India, made for the world. I'd also like to thank congressmen who aren't here, Congressman Krishnamurthy, Danny Davis, and Congressman-elect Jonathan Jackson for the relentless efforts in localizing the Build Back Better Act. So we can create these the localized circular economies so that we don't just save the planet by reducing the carbon emissions, but also creating tons of green jobs for the US and also building better business opportunities. Finally, I'd like to thank my wife Manisha, without whom I wouldn't be here, and my co-founders, my team members, and my mentors, Sri Upendra Chivukula Garu and Dr. Hari Eppanpalli Garu, for all their support. Thank you so much.
The next awardee is Mrs. Subhag Mehta. Mrs. Subhag Mehta is a community activist, and I heard that she puts up some Ganesha festival, which is like one of the most popular, event in the area of Tri-City.
Here is an independent young woman, Sudha Mehta, who is devoted from New York City, who has devoted her life to Lord Ganesha. For the last 15 years, she is organizing not one, 6 Ganesh Utsav in the New York City. We call her the power-packed Wonder Woman of America because she single-handedly does it every year and she continues to do it. Congratulations to the Pride of India awardee, Sudha Mehta ji.
Thank you
Hello.
very much.
Just hold on. Can I get a picture, please? Hello.
On behalf of Global Welfare Foundation, I am very proud to give the highest honor to the celebrated awardee today. Thank you very much.
This is good afternoon, or middle of the good evening, and thank you very much, especially you inviting me. And first of all, big round of applause for GSA India 74 Expo USA
75.
and Dr. Vijay and Dr. Prant and his team. So excellent work. I am very appreciate, and especially you are just give me this is my 3rd award. I think so. You are going to give it to me. So thank you very much and Happy New Year to all of you. I have one thing just to say because I feel like you are my family. So I just say you all are my family. So I just want to say इन रिश्तों को यूं ही बना के रखना, इन रिश्तों को यूं ही बना के रखना, दिल में यादों को छुपा के रखना और सफर रहा 2022 का वही पुराना एक हिस्सा हमारा 2023 में बना के रखना. थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू.
You know, it's been a pleasure to know Suhag ji. हम लोग मिले थे last time about a year ago in New York, and she was the first person to come forward and say that with Koshi ji, of course Koshi ji had organized the event and he had brought her, and she was the first person to step forward and said that I am in this event. Please count me in. So she has been to Chicago a couple of times to be with us and support us. So thank you for your support.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Last but not the least, the next awardee is Mr. Vinay Indraganti. Mr. Vinay Indraganti flew all the way from Chicago to be with us this evening. He is an IT entrepreneur, and I'm going to have Ravi ji introduce him.
Thank you so much, Sita ji. So this is another example of what GSA has done to me meet people like Vinay who decide to give up their corporate job to really serve the Mother Earth, literally serving the Mother Earth with the Agri 360 investments he's doing in India, looking at how sustainable agriculture using technology can make ease of doing farming and increasing production, reducing food waste, at the same time providing opportunities of millions of farmers across the country through innovating technology. A very well-deserved awardee who's working with his team in Thailand and India and many more places to go. So huge congratulations to you, Vinay, who's become a brother. We are almost like twins. It's very, very eerie in many ways. I'm so happy, and congratulations to you and your entire team. Big round of applause, everyone.
Once again, on behalf of Global Welfare Foundation, we are very proud to give the highest honor to the prestigious awardee. I wish you all the best.
Ravi and Shardama she's not here. Thank you so much for this honor and this recognition and providing this platform for us to communicate what we do. And I just take a few minutes to just tell you, my journey started about 3 years ago, and I've left my global role as a digital transformation leader to join the Krishi Yatra. And what I learned in my digital journey, I wanted to apply that for agriculture. And I was fortunate to be able to take, we talk about the India-US partnership. We've done a lot of investments from the US into India and Thailand. And we want to take it forward now and empower the farmers of India, the farmers of the globe, with Made in India, Made for the World. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's give a big round of applause to the awards co-chair Sita Bala, who also was the event chair for today, who did a wonderful job in a short span of time, and her co-chair Ravi Karkara, who kept her on toes from New York. You know, working with Ravi is a thing. And of course, Shri Gursami, who did an excellent job of emceeing today. Without them, this would not have been possible. And now we'll have a quick group photograph. We'd like all the awardees who got it previously to get your awards. And Suresh Bodiwala and Shukpal Singh and all the cameramen will be lining up. We'll have a good group photograph, which will be a media photograph released everywhere. So we'll have change. We'll request Krish to put your award and put your honor shawl and thing, and we'll get that going. Thank you all very much. We'll see you again soon. Made in India. Made in India. This is just a beginning. And while we get ready we have an open mic. And those of you all who would like to say a few words, we have Mr. Sridhar Garu. He's from Virginia, an elected official, and he has been also with the Biden campaign. We'd like him to say a few words.
Good afternoon all. Thank you GSA team. Welcome to DC. It's a great honor I think you guys are doing. I think you did a wonderful job at Chicago. And getting all the awardees and recognitions here. My name is Sridhar Nagireddy. I'm a community leader in Virginia. And I'm an award DC.
Made in India! 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 Thank you.